Und damit willkommen zurück zu The Great Exit von Juli's 2 Chronicles, meine Lieben. Part 4 ist die Frage. Was Stronghart? Perhaps? Maybe. Man weiß es nicht. Well, I must be leaving now. Yes, understood. See you later, Mr. Schultz. Ah, you really are a shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellow. What? You seek to put me off my guard and follow me, don't you? Well, you would be wasting your time. This whole thing hadn't crossed my mind, but now I'm wondering where you're going. Was immer wieder drüber lachen, I guess. Well then, see you later indeed. Okay, er ist zumindest schon mal weg. Listen to him. He is still laughing on his way out of the door. Okay, das hat mich mehr überrascht, als es sollte. Ich bin ja noch schockiert darüber, wie das jetzt wieder aussieht. Also, okay, kann man machen. Alright, Bruno, let's get going. Oh, Iris, what are you wearing? I've got changed to go to the great exhibition. You're going to take me, but I was just about to go to the Supreme Court. Oh well, that sounds fun too. You're going to take me there then. Klar, und einfach mit diesem Schussapparat hier. No fine. Alright, fine, just lower than weapon, will you? Of course, and after the Supreme Court, then we'll go to see the great exhibition. Okay, wie viel Ort? A new location, also dementsprechend hier war ja dann nichts Besonderes, würde ich mal sagen. Das, was ich sage, Oktober Naruhodos Legal Consultancy. Du, also dementsprechend hier kann man auch noch mit dir drüber reden, I guess. I'm so excited about the prospect of Naruto's anything consulting opening for business again. That's not what's called, it's Naruto's legal consultancy. I have done a lot of studying in this past 6 months reading law, ethics and judicial precedents. I'm sure I'm a better lawyer now. I can't wait to start practicing again. Nothing changed in here at all, thought it's a third time. As is still in hero science, Susie went back to Japan. Also es ist dann jetzt quasi parallel zu der Zeit, wo Susato dann in Japan ist, I guess, okay. I want to keep it ready for Miss Susato in case she was able to return to Britain at any point. So I've just left everything that way it was. Outfit ist immer noch irritierend. So I see, right? And there was me thinking it's because of the way you are, Bruno. You know, never bothering tight up, I mean. Iris, this isn't the time for the place to bring up my tightness or lack of it. Lord Chief Justice Officer, yay, das hört sich noch mal wieder nach Spaß an, I guess. Muss man sagen. That's a circle of the British Supreme Court Lord Chief Justice Office. It's been about 6 months, no signs. I was lost here. But something never changed, like the sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place. Zum Henker, was macht sie da? Doesn't seem to be bothering Iris at all, thought. She's happily reading over there. Oh, I love this place. I always find so many interesting books here. Of course, I was forgetting that you have been here before. The time we came here 6 months ago. As Masato was giving the news that she was to return to Japan. Oh, I understand you wish to speak with me. Oh Lord, the Stronghart. I trust you have been keeping well. Let's see, since you arrived and request an audience, it's been for about 30 minutes and 26 seconds. I keep waiting a while. I apologize. Oh no, not all. I like nothing more than standing around staring into space. Good to know, good to listen. Good to know that it does not appear to bother him at all. Male Stronghart Lord, Chief Justice of London. He is the man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived in Britain as a student. You need only survive the era for a moment in this grand office to understand his preeminent status. As you will be aware of the great exhibition, London is no underwear at least. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding the new technology style, dealing with petty crime, and for summer of next month, we shall open the International Forensic Science Symposium. Oh, I've not heard about that. Investigating authorities from 40 countries around the globe will be taken, including from your own land. Forensic science is the future. The world must embrace it. Ja, das war schon wirklich eine Errungenschaft in der Tat- oder Kriminaltechnik, muss man sagen, zur Bekämpfung der Kriminalität, sagen wir es mal so, wie es ist. As well, we are the hosting nation, I have much to do. And is my highest priority of other must wait for my attentions as a result, so be it. Well, it's nice to know where I stand. So you wish to consult with me? Of course I can very well imagine what this is about. Well, I thank you for agreeing to this meeting, my lord. I want to be allowed to start working as a defense lawyer again in court. That's what brought me here today. But actually there is something else playing on my mind. As it happens. Oh no, just take a deep breath and come out with me. Permission to work. Okay, dann starten wir mal die Gespräche hier. I actually came here to ask you for your permission. Go on. 6 months ago my right to work in court as a lawyer was revoked and I was told to spend my time study. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened, but the thing is, it made me understand what it really means to defend somebody under the rules of our gain justice system. I desperately want to have another go. Please permit me to enter the courtroom again. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, here it comes. I'm sorry you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? And the best you are a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role. Well, that's true. The Japanese government actually sent my best friend on. But it was not me. It should have been Kazuma. He was so determined to bring change to our own justice system at home. That was his calling. If that tragic incident hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here in this office now. Mr. Asubi was my best friend, Yuzi. That's why I can't leave it finished. I have to fulfill this calling for him. His calling, you say? Is it never according to you? But perhaps you know nothing of this true calling. Sorry. The mission with which that young law student was charged, what do you suppose it really was? What did you mean, mission? He's not making any sense. Never mind. I've had you read all the reports you have submitted over the past 6 months. It's clear to me that you regret your action and have been steadily obeying your reversed instructions. What do you mean? As of this moment, I retained your license to practice law in Great Britain. Thank you so much. It's wonderful news, Bruno. In fact, I believe I have the perfect case to make your comeback a curious fair. You'll consider it, I hope. Of course, please tell me more. Dann reden wir mal weiter, I guess. You described it as a curious affair. Yes, that's right. I believe it was reported in the press. Are you aware that there was a serious accident at the great exhibition yesterday? Oh no. Yes, I read about it. A professor from Germany tried to carry out a crazy experiment. Let me see, how was it described as super high voltage instantaneous, I think? Instantaneous kinesis, as in moving things with a click of the fingers. That's right, it's just what my herbal plants need. A dash of devil may cry. Whatever is the serious accident was exactly, it clearly captured Iris' imaginations. It's an unfoundable business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation state and a man lost his life. Quentin Odi-Esman, an investor and a well-known figure in society, a large explosion, a man died. The man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert Harebrain. he was detained immediately after the incident and is due to appear in court tomorrow on the charge of murder. What? Murder? If you intended to take on this defense, you should hurry to meet with him at the prison. There is very little time left for you to carry out a kind of investigation. The great exhibition, a scientific experiment gone wrong, and murder. I feel out of the depths before I've started still. Be sure to go to the prison straight away, then and try to meet with the German professor. Don't you think? Definitely. Yes. One more thing about the case. There's a connection with your mutual acquaintance, the Reaper. Oh, das läuft von 6. Oh. Ja, das wird auf jeden Fall noch was sehr Interessantes, muss man sagen. All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincidence with Great Exhibition, and next month the largest and most important of them will take place at last. The International Forensic Science Symposium doesn't seem as criminal investigations. It needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it? Exactly. London, the global epicenter of cultural science and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate, so it's imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible, which is what's known as a forensic science, isn't it? Exactly, the future of policing. Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to adaptations of forensic methods. Oh dear, it's alarming. Exactly, it's extremely alarming. If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you can be sure the number of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different to the currently figures, and I can cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim. Sorry. By way of apologize for keeping you waiting earlier, I should detail everyone now. What? No, fascinating. It all began 15 years ago. I was... Wo treffen wir jetzt ab? Hat er gar nicht, das darstellt, dass er gar nicht ernsthaft zugehört hat. And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter in the simplest of terms. Of course, essential to formally establish a forensic investigation divisions with Scotland Yard. That is my mission. Oh, right, yes, that's wonderful. Exactly, wonderful is precisely what it will be. Iris isn't paying attention at all. She's got her in nothing other books now. Oh, it's over. Did you learn anything useful? I actually drifted off for the most part. He is surprisingly at it above forensic science. Okay. Scheinbar müssen wir jetzt ins Gefängnis. Gehen wir mal wieder ins Gefängnis, dann können wir wenigstens sagen, dass wir uns dann was als Klienten kennenlernen. Yes, aber hey. 22. Oktober, Local Prison Cell 11. Nicht 9, 11. The warden says the cell 11 that's one. Oh, there's some curled up in a ball in the back corner. Look, what is his name again? Professor Albert Hairbrain, wasn't it? Excuse me, Professor Hairbrain. Hairbrain. Who are you? I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm the lawyer. A lawyer? Ah, so what is something I said? A lawyer, you say? Would you be here about the experiment? Are you going to defend my hypothesis? Your hypothesis? Sorry, I did that. Yesterday's demonstrations. The demonstration was that magnificent demonstration was an out and out success by anyone's calculations. But it is by that no one listens, no lawyer believes in the science. When it's explained, they all leave his high low side. Oh boy. Now's probably not a good time to mention that your seal made my concentrations leave for a while too. Wir haben ja sowieso, das ist actually nichts anderes, woran wir uns halten können oder wo wir weitermachen können. Also mit ihm zu reden, aber mal schauen, was dabei sich noch alles entwickeln wird, würde ich meinen. You mentioned the demonstrations yesterday. The tables have called it a spectacular failure. After all, a man died in the explosion, didn't he? Yes, you could interpret the results that way if you really wanted to. Well, I suppose in the stricter sense, the experiment was a failure, but at the same time it was a great success. You've lost me. I saw it with my own eyes right there in front of me. Mr. Esmond was spontaneously disabled. Until then, everything was going exactly as my conclusions had preceded, and that point is should have been beamed to the crystal tower by instantaneous kinesis. However, the machine exploded and Mr. Salmon in fact perished. Yes, I can't deny that of the experiment was a failure. So what you're really saying is the large explosion that killed Mr. Salmon was an accident, correct? But the big rings had you arrested on suspicions of murder. I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immediate truth here, and for that I wish to be punished at once. But murder, never in a million years. It was an accident, simply an accident. I see. Charlie and I were talking this morning, you know. He said the situation will change completely depending on whether it was treated as an accident or murder. How exactly? Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody. And what grounds? Ah yes, it's newly established here in Britain. The Special Dispensation of Scientific Equipment Act that one passed me by. But if the case is treated as murder, then my machine was the murder weapon, and they'll be able to prove it was much like if they examine it in detail, they'd find out how it's made, and then they'll be able to copy my idea, my positions, hypothesis will be stolen. The machine must be protected from that at all costs. That's why it's imperative its whole incident is shown to have been accident tomorrow's trial. Ah, I see, no. Ja, aber was er dazu noch zu sagen hat, dies und vieles mehr erfahren wir beim nächsten Mal. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten und macht's gut bis dahin.